Rocket League is one of our favorite competitive games to play here at gameranx. I mean, it's refreshingly fun, consistently updated, and it's just adored by many. But even the biggest fans have some complaints. Sometimes it's just the little things that bother you. So we're here with 10 things Rocket League players hate. Starting off at number 10, the first thing we have to talk about is demolishing, or the act of driving and hitting an opponent hard enough that you destroy their car completely. You've probably noticed sometimes a player will often rage pretty hard after getting demolished. I mean, some players consider it playing dirty. In the real world, football or soccer, you'd get carded for targeting and knocking an opponent on their ass, but then some people argue that Rocket League isn't football. Here, many consider it's fair game since it's an intended mechanic in the game put in it by the developers, and many players don't mind at all. We just find people that rage out over getting demolished really annoying. Like, look, it's gonna happen sometimes. It's part of the game. Deal with it. Maybe you feel like you're getting singled out and you're getting targeted. I don't know, just move out of the way. Demos aren't an entirely frowned upon concept by the Rocket League community, so why get worked up over it? Most pros don't even look exclusively for demos. There are way more important things to be doing in the field anyway. Most consider demos not cheap or unfair at all. But at number 9, let's talk about a little bit lower level stuff with inexperienced teammates who often may accidentally block your shot. You probably had this happen before. You set up a good shot, you hit it, it goes sailing, there's no defenders in sight, it's about to hit the goal, and then one of your own teammates, your own color, just wanders across and bumps into that ball and sends it away from the goal. Great, thank you, awesome, excellent. What the hell happened? What were you doing? Have you looked at the ball cam? Did you have any idea where the ball was in play in the game? Look, with so many players in play, it's bound to happen every once in a while. You just gotta kind of shrug and move on, but it is really annoying. But speaking of annoying, let's talk about teammates screwing up a little more at number 8. When a bad teammate bumps into you and makes you miss a block. You're trying to defend your goal and maybe an eager other player is also trying to help you defend, but he ends up just undoing everything when he bumps into you, moves you over, and then you screw up your momentum and miss a potentially blocked shot. You could have been the hero and saved a score against your goal, but thanks to that teammate, it didn't happen. When stuff like this happens, I always notice, just stop following me. That's often one of the worst positions you could be in. If I'm flying around or if I'm sticking by defending a goal, you should never be directly next to me or behind me. It just doesn't work out like that. Some beginners do this quite a bit. Now look, the previous point I mentioned and this one, both of these points really come to chance sometimes. It just happens. Sometimes a player will just get in the way, someone will lose control, someone will bump you when you don't need to be bumped. And while it is an inevitability and sometimes it does come to chance, if you're a high level player, this stuff doesn't even exist. A higher level player would have anticipated and compensated and dodged, or at least tried to do that. So be mindful of that. And at number 7, let's talk about boost hogs. You probably know them, the people who immediately after kickoff sap up all the boosts when they're not even really doing anything and they're just cruising the court. There's a way of working boosts into your pass that make it strategic and give you an advantage, and most of the time it's when you or another player are passing the ball between each other. You've probably seen a boost hog though, a good hot shot that takes the full boost from the middle and then proceeds to boost their way all the way to the corner full boost. Look, I understand you're trying to rush back to defend as the last person, but when the whole team is trying to get back and this happens, it can be really annoying. When you're left on your ass with no boost for a few seconds, it can not only cause frustration, but it can cost you a goal. And I think that's the biggest offense right there. And at number 6, Rocket League has a pretty robust and vibrant trading community with lots of items that people are always going to want. But with so many desired items, the problem you run into sometimes are just people who absolutely beg for trades in-game. Personally, I've heard it a lot more playing on the PS4 version, but when someone begs for a trade in-game, it's like the worst. It's like, I'm never going to trade with you, especially since you're talking about this in-game. Whether you're wasting time on the text chat or the audio chat, I don't want to hear you and I don't care about trades right now. You may have even had it happen to you once or twice where someone asks you for a trade and then they even send you a friend request completely unsolicited, or they drop out of your game when you deny them. This whole trade begging thing used to be much, much worse. Psyonix is pretty good about keeping these people out of ranked matches and banning when they need to. But if you've been playing Rocket League at least a bit, you've probably encountered them at least once and they're pretty annoying. Now at number 5, let's just quickly acknowledge something that people hate in every multiplayer game, and Rocket League isn't perfect. Rocket League is definitely susceptible to it, and that is lag. That damn lag. I mean, it's always the easiest excuse when you're losing, but sometimes it's a real thing and it totally sucks. Rocket League's netcode is really, really solid, but every once in a while you'll experience something. It doesn't happen often at all, but if you're in a laggy session, sometimes you're gonna hit the ball and think you're gonna stop that ball's momentum and then it just sails right past you. What the hell happened? Well, that's lag, Junior. Everything, it's all controlled by the server. No matter what you might see displayed in your game, if the server says it didn't happen, it absolutely didn't happen. That's how it goes, but sometimes it can really freaking get your gears going. And at number 4, let's talk about getting bailed on, because I know a lot of people hate that. By that I mean when, say, somebody on my team in competitive leaves and gives the other team an advantage. I could potentially have my rank demoted. It can and will happen, and I've seen it take people from silver 1 down to bronze 3, and that's annoying. I mean, think about it. You can have 2 players drop out near the start of a match, and there's no chance in hell you're gonna win. So not only do you lose, but you also get punished for it. This is, of course, I'll acknowledge it's in place so that people don't exploit with fake accounts to boost one account and dropping out in case of a loss, and then everyone becomes a damn champion. If there was no balance and rules in place, it would be even more of a disaster. But it's still an annoying thing to experience, especially in the moment. But if your whole team drops out and it's just you, one could say that you should just get good so that you can take on a whole team by yourself, but that's just not realistic in a game like this. But at number 3, this one is low-level stuff, but I think everyone's experienced it at least once, and that's scoring an own goal. By own goal, I mean you score a goal on your own goal, and it's always embarrassing and terrible. Whether it be your stupidity or someone else's, there's quite a few situations where this can happen, and it always feels terrible. Thankfully though, the better you get, the more high-level play you get, the less this happens. But it's always a bad feeling, and I hate that feeling because I look dumb to my team and the opposing team. You just look dumb to everyone on the field, and you don't want to look dumb, right? And at number 2, something else that you might hate, maybe you're playing co-op with friends, it's when a teammate steals a goal you worked so hard for. You've probably been there at least once, you got a good team going or maybe a good player going, but there's other people who you're not communicating with. You'll be cruising down the field, you'll pass to someone else, maybe you set up a perfect shot, clear the defenders out of the way, and you send that ball out to its final destination only to have another player hop in and steal that goal for you. It happens sometimes, but I hate it the most when you work so hard to set up that damn goal. Like, you already know in the middle of the play that you're doing it so good and you're setting it up just perfectly, you already know you're gonna rip it and put it on Twitter to show everyone, and then it's taken away from you just like that. I mean, thank God for assists, but it's still not good enough. It's getting that ball in that goal, and when someone takes that away from you, it just always hurts. And at number 1, let's talk about a thing a lot of Rocket League players absolutely hate, and that is trash talkers, especially on your own damn team. Trash talkers is just the way it goes. It's inevitable. Whether you're playing any game online or just playing anything competitive, some people are going to get riled up, some people are sore winners, some people are sore losers. But it's also terrible, and I've seen it happen a lot. It's happened to me a lot when people talk trash on their own team members. I've hopped into a game with a guy and we miss one goal and he immediately calls us all trash and garbage. Look, it's one goal, dude, chill out. You're not going to help anyone get better by talking shit on them, but thankfully the Rocket League community is usually extremely excited and willing to help and welcome newer players. But like in any game, sometimes you just get one bad egg, and that's always a shit talker. But even with number 1, with that being the thing we hate the most, we still absolutely love Rocket League, and we want to talk with you guys down in the comments how you feel about Rocket League. What are the things in the game that bother you more than anything? Is it something another player does? Is it something that you can't get a grip on? But while we're at it, what are some of your favorite things from Rocket League? What are some of the best plays you've ever done? Have you ever done anything legendary in the game? Let's talk about anything Rocket League down in the comments. We're looking forward to hearing from you guys, but if you like this video, clicking the like button helps us out a ton, and if you're new for some reason, subscribing is a good idea because we put out stuff like this all the time. But as always, thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys next time.